Welcome to Sit, Stretch, Breathe, Repeat, Chair Yoga. And I'm so happy you're all here, taking time out for yourself. And that's always important. And we do start with our affirmation cards. So I do ask that if you want to select one, I've already selected one on my own that I'll share. But if you want to join, to kindly take yourself off mute temporarily, and I will fan these out, and at any time now, anyone can yell out stop, and I will pick a card. Okay, stop. I think this is a new one. I haven't seen this in a while. It's everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. That might be a little hard to believe at times, but everything that's happening now is happening for my ultimate good. You are always guided and supplied with whatever you need for your growth. Okay, so there you go. So everything that's happening now is happening for an ultimate good. So there will be benefits that we can find along the way. And I've felt that myself, even with quite tragic things. You know, there's a level of growth that happens, and sometimes those other things can't be helped, unfortunately. Then what I selected was creative energy surges through me, or you, and leads me to new and brilliant ideas. Imagine. Leads me to new and brilliant ideas. Awesome. We've all been given the gift of creativity and imagination. Focus on accepting that you are a limitless spiritual being, and your imagination will flourish. So again, everything's sort of inside of us, just sort of happening, just waiting. We have to let that out, right? And then if we have that trust in that whatever does happen to us is for that ultimate good in our learning, those are great ways to go through the day. So here we are. I hope some of you can identify with that. So let's begin our chair yoga session by getting to the edge of our chair. Place your feet flat on the floor. Knees are 90-degree angle. Okay. Spine is straight. This way we can focus and we can keep a nice, stable balance regardless of how we're moving. But with every practice, I love starting with bringing our awareness inward. And let's do that first by closing our eyes or having a gentle gaze downward. And just allow yourself to rely on your other senses to take in wherever you are today, whatever space you're in today. And maybe you hear the ring of silence other than my voice. Maybe there's smells that you take in. And I like to spend time doing this because as we become more aware and bring that awareness inward, as we move, we can become more aware of our body. And that really is what cues us in to lots of things happening to us throughout our day. So as we sit here quietly, and now let's begin focusing on the breath. Just anchor ourselves onto that breath, that natural rhythm. We're not changing a thing. We're not judging it. We're not saying, oh, that breath could be better. No, we're just saying, there it is. And just notice how it's coming into our bodies. Notice how it flows into our nose, our mouth, however we're breathing. Notice how the body receives it. And just feel that natural rhythm of your breath. Let's do 2 intentional breaths. A cleansing breath is a favorite. Let's inhale deeply through the nose. Feel the lungs filling up as much as they can. Open the mouth and gently let that air out slowly. And it's that slow exhale that can begin quieting down the chatter, can begin relaxing or releasing some of the sensations in our body, even the good ones. Even the excitement can be very distracting sometimes. And when you get to the bottom of that out breath, return to your natural rhythm. Let's do that again. Inhale through the nose, very deeply. Maybe you want to catch a little extra chatter. Say, hey, come along, come this way. Open up that mouth, flow the air out, and see what we can get rid of. All that excess as you allow and permit all that excess to leave, or as much as you can. Chatter will stay. Don't worry. There's always going to be some chatter. Can't get rid of that. And when you get to the bottom, return to that natural rhythm. All right. You can keep your eyes closed or the gentle gaze downward, but let's roll those shoulders backwards, just back, and just feel a renew. Just feeling renewed just by doing that, just by changing our body and moving it in a way that we might have not done yet today. Allow that breath to follow. You breathe the way you want to breathe. You may feel naturally to inhale as those shoulders come up. Exhale whenever. Just allow all that to happen very naturally, very organically. And now relax the shoulders. So starting with our head to toe practice, if you have glasses, please remove them and rub the palms together. And when we do that, we're attempting to warm them up so then we can nurture our eyes a bit. Very beginning of our practice. And take those warm palms and cup them over your eyes or place them on your face any way that's comfortable. But just begin feeling that nurturing feeling the fingertips right above the eyebrows, the thumbs right around the eyes, just allowing that all to happen. And let's savor the silence for 3 natural breaths. And when you're ready, remove the fingertips from the eyes. Bring the glasses back on if you like, and roll the shoulders back again. Now we're going to work the neck and all around it, those fine muscles and tendons. Relax the shoulders, chin to chest, sitting up tall, straight spine. And we're not forcing the chin anywhere. We're just dropping the chin down. And see how that feels with the stretch that you may feel halfway down your back. And I'd like to stay here for a moment just to allow the body to get used to a pose. And maybe you feel the change as you adapt to it. And please adapt to anything that I offer based on your personal experiences and where your body is right now. Inhale as you raise the chin up, stretching the front of the neck. Maybe you want to take a deep breath here. Sometimes it just happens naturally. Bring the chin toward the chest, just dropping that chin down. Seeing if that stretch down the middle of your back feels any different. It could be the same. Just offering, perhaps, just notice the subtleties. Inhale, raise the chin up. And bring the chin toward the chest again. Roll the shoulders forward as you round your back. And by making those 2 adjustments, see if you can feel that stretch farther down your spine. Maybe looking at your belly, maybe looking at your legs, maybe still having your eyes closed. But notice how the stretch feels. Inhale as you bring the chin up, straightening the spine, even arching a little bit as you roll the shoulders back. Now you have a proud chest. Little arch in the back, not a big one. This is like a cat-cow motion if you were doing mat yoga. Roll the shoulders forward, chin to chest, round. You can even reach farther down your legs to open up that back a little bit more. That can feel nice. As you sit up, bring the chin up, roll the shoulders back, slight arch in the back, proud chest. And now relax the shoulders, center. Drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Take that right hand, put it on the opposite side of your head, just for a slight extra enhancement of the stretch. Shoulders are relaxed. Breathing is very natural. Remove the fingers from the head. Head comes center, drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Take that left hand. And just feel where it might be a little tight. Maybe you want to enhance that stretch. Those fingertips are good for that. Or maybe they're just resting there. Remove the fingers from the head. Bring the head center. Now let's rotate the head around the shoulders, chin to chest. Rotate to one side, your choice which side you want to start with, but let's roll it now to the back, to the other side. You may hear a little crunching going on front. Make any adjustments you like. If you can't go all the way back, that's fine. Just make whatever adjustments you make for whatever range of motion that works for you today. And just begin noticing where you feel those stretches. It may not all be in the neck. That's the fun part of this. As we move our neck around, or head around the neck and the shoulders, you may feel it in other parts nearby. One more time around, and let's meet with chin to chest. And now bring the head center. We're going to roll the other way, chin to chest, roll the other direction. And just take your time rolling around. Allow that rotation to release whatever the day has brought you. Sometimes it settles in our neck, our shoulders. It can also settle in our hips, particularly if we're not moving a lot in any given time span. And now meet me with your chin towards your chest, and stay here for a moment just to orient your head. Sometimes we get a little dizzy, just rotating it around. Not like when we were a kid and we could spin forever and it felt good. I'm not sure it feels good anymore. Lift the head, keep that center. Inhale as you raise the arms above your head. Maybe look at your fingers. Now that we've warmed up the neck, if that is not accessible, then look right at your screen, straight ahead, or maybe even down. Either way, pull those arms up out of your waist. Wherever your gaze is, that's one thing. Now the sides of my body wants to stretch. So let's take one hand over the other, stretching up high, as high as you can go. Feel yourself rocking a bit on your chair, or maybe you're rocking right at your waist. Your hips are still making contact with your chair, very stable, very secure. Add some breathing if you like, some extra breathing. Of course you're breathing, but maybe some deep breaths when you raise one arm up. And then exhale when you raise the other arm up. And then adjust your motion to however fast you want to breathe. Just some thoughts on how breathing could work and coordinate with your motion. Now bring both fingertips up to the sky and take one hand, I'm taking my right hand, grabbing onto the right side of my chair, leaning over to the right, dropping my right shoulder. That left arm reaches over to the right. The stretch actually comes from that reach. You are stretching and you are bending to some degree, but the power behind that stretch is really through how you're reaching with those upward fingertips. And inhale as you bring your hands up and bring the other hand down to to the other side of your chair. Drop that left shoulder, because I'm leaning to the left, and take that other arm and reach with the fingertips. Still feeling very secure, making sure that your feet are hip width apart, very stable on your chair. And then come center. And now let's twist to the right, grabbing somewhere the back of your chair. Your other hand is across your leg. You're finding that point of resistance on that side. I'm twisting to the right, so I'm just seeing just how gently I could find that point of resistance. Knowing that your gaze could still be in the front, could be anywhere. But if you can match the twist of your body with where your gaze is, then that could be nice too. No particular reason, but just to bring them together. Inhale, sit up a little taller. Exhale, and relax into the twist. Don't feel like you have to enhance it in any way, but just feel more comfortable in the twist. And keeping your body where it is, guide your chin toward the front shoulder. It's at the same level it was, but it's now moving toward the front. And this combats what's called tech neck. We bend our chin down a lot. Our head is actually kind of heavy and puts extra burden on our neck. So let's now counter that option to lift the chin up. Stretching the neck. We did this earlier, but not when we were in the twist. But now we are. See how that feels. And now bring the chin toward the front shoulder, guide it to the back. And now come center, fingertips to the sky. Deep breath. Exhale as you twist in the other direction. Try to mirror what you had just done, finding that point of resistance, knowing it may be very different. Don't worry if it's different. We're not symmetrical. We do favor one side of the body to the other. Now, staying in this twist, inhale, sit up taller, just by a smidge, and exhale, and just relax into the twist. And staying in that twist, body stays where it is. Notice the level of your chin. Just move the chin to the front, toward the front shoulder. We're not changing level, we're just changing direction. And now guide the chin up. Guide the chin toward the shoulder. Just a slight little elevation, and then we guide it back. Inhale, come center, fingertips to the sky, and lower your hands onto your lap. Roll the shoulders back. And let's inhale as we extend our arms out to the side. Place the hands on the shoulders. Roll the elbows. I like to roll them forward. That's a natural first step. And just make circles with the elbows. So as you can tell, we're actually rotating the shoulders. It's a gentle way it can happen. If you have any shoulder issues that you've had in the past that you may affect this motion, make any adjustment you need. If you do, and you can, make those circles a little bigger. And just exaggerate it a little bit. When the elbows in the back, open up that chest. When the front, open up the back. And just feel that gentle massage feeling by alternating it. And then relax your hands, shake them down, shake them to the side, shake them up. And now sweep your hands around and bring the right knee toward the body, sitting up as tall as you can. Tendency to lean backwards, but try to resist that. Release the foot down. Take the other knee up and release the foot down. Go back to that first leg. Extend the leg out. Point and flex the toe. See where that stretch happens. Where do you feel it? The calf, maybe the back of the knee. You may not feel it in the hamstring, but you're at the back of the leg, but you're probably going to feel it in the front because those are the muscles, or some of the muscles, keeping that elevation. But you can also support it too. If you want a little bit more strength-wise, you can always remove your hands with or without pointing and flexing the toe, because that takes some coordination. And take the hands and put them back whenever you like. Bring the knee up and release. Let's do that with the other leg. Bring it up and just let's feel that stretch. Extend the leg, point the toe toward me, point and flex. And just notice where that stretch happens, the feeling happens of release. Again, offering you the option to release your hands if you want. And you can bring it back together. And bring the knee up and the foot down. Roll the shoulders back. Let's open up those hips a little bit too. Let's go back to our original knee, whichever one you started with. And with the hand on the same side, rotate that leg out. Just very gentle rotation. Doesn't have to be high. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Find stability however you like with your other limbs that are not involved in this rotation. And when you're ready, reverse. See how that feels. May actually feel a little awkward at times to reverse that. I don't know why, it just does, right? And then bring the knee up and release. Take the other knee up. Hand on the same side allows you to rotate. If you want to hold on for stability, you can. Again, trying to sit up tall. That engages the front part of your body. Also referred to as the core. The core isn't just sort of the lower part or around the ribs. It's pretty much the whole plate that's in front of you. And now let's take that rotation inward. So it's doing many things. I mean, you're probably feeling it in your arms, you're feeling it in your legs, but it's also giving more lubrication to your hips. No matter what type of exercises you're doing, this is great. This is just a great exercise to keep those hips limber. Bring the knee up and return. Let's do some sun salutations. Inhale, raise the arms up, fingertips to the sky. Sweep them down. Bring the one knee up and down. Bring the other knee up and down. Hinging at the hips. Lean forward. Take your hands and let them fall wherever they are, wherever they go. There's no destination. It's about the lean. Inhale as you chin up toward me. Arms back like you're flying back. And now round the back and see where your hands fall. If you want to separate your legs a little bit more, feel free to do that. If you want to reach farther down your legs, if you have that kind of flexibility today, feel free. And then slowly walk your hands up your legs. Let's do that again. Inhale, raise your arms up. Sweep your arms around. Bring the knee up and release. Bring the other knee up and release. Hinging at the hips, lean forward. Reach just naturally wherever you are. Wherever they reach on your legs. Chin up, arms back. Round your back as you drop your hands farther down. Walk your hands up. Roll the shoulders back. Okay. So let's close out by taking our glasses off once again, nurturing our eyes, rubbing those palms together, and let's notice. Do you notice your palms may be a little warmer than they were when you started? You did move a bit, so chances are that could have happened. And cupping the hands over your eyes, however it's comfortable for you. You can close your eyes, of course, or still have that gentle gaze downward. And let's savor the silence again for 3 natural breaths. Release the fingers when you're ready. Place your glasses back on if you have them. And I'm going to just reach for the cards and let's remind ourselves what they said. Everything that is happening now is happening for my ultimate good. You're always guided and supplied with whatever you need for your growth. And creative energy surges through me, leads me to new and brilliant ideas. We are a limitless spiritual being inside, and your imagination will flourish. Let's bring our hands together in front of our hearts. And now let's say something kind to ourselves about ourselves. And in closing, let's bring the thumbs to the forehead. May you always feel peace. Bring the thumbs to the lips. May you always speak truth with kindness. And bring the thumbs to the heart center. May you always be the light to those around you. Thank you very much for sharing this session with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day and your week. See you all soon.